And again, don't pass any arguments, because as I already told, two constructor is used. One is default constructor, there is no arguments. Another one is parameterized. How to differentiate between the class variables and also method variables, right? So that's why particular instance or current instance I have to say, in that time we have to use this keyword. Array index or array size is declared, no more changes in the memory. So once we declare array size, we can't change the memory. The name itself says a single dimension, not a more than one dimension. That is what single dimension. Hello everyone, welcome to the session 2 of Unit 2. In the last session, we already discussed what are all the Unit 2 contains means constructor, and also what these types of the constructor and access modifiers, right? In today's session, let's begin with what are all the Unit 2 again contents. So this is Asha, the Faculty of Computer Science at Vidhyaashram First Grade Degree College, the Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. So let's start with the today's session. So here you can see in today's session we can cover about the, so you already get to know what exactly the constructor, right? So in today's session we get about the what a constructor overloading, and this keyword arrays and types of array strings, and also what a string handling functions. These are all covered topics in today's session. Let's start with the one by one topics. So here you can see constructor overloading. You can define multiple constructor. So as I already told, constructor means, so a constructor means class name and also constructor name should be same, right? So when you declare the constructor inside the class, the parameter should be access, right? So that is what you have to define multiple types of the constructor, as it is the method overloading concept. In the last session you already know what exactly the method, same as the constructor overloading will be worked, and depending on the arguments provided, constructor can operate. And also here you can see one simple example, same animal is the class name and string name. First, animal have a attributes like a name, right? So it is of string type, and also it have a age attribute which is as a integer type. So this is one of the constructor name, but there is no arguments. So come to here, so they assign name as unknown and also age as 0. So come to the next part. So parameter is here, again I declared a constructor with a parameters. As I already told, a parameter's name should be assigned to what? Her name and also age within the class, right? Again, one display statement, that is what method name. And lastly, call the main function, public static void main. Create one object for the animal, and again don't pass any arguments, because as I already told, two constructor is used. One is default constructor, there is no arguments. Another one is parameterized, so there is no arguments here. And again create one another object for that same class, and now pass the tiger and also 7, that is the age. And come to here, animal1 dot display details, animal2 dot display details. So that is why the output is unknown age and also what? A tiger and also age is equal to 7. This is how you have to define the constructor overloading. So next we can see this keyword. The name refers this. So this keyword is nothing but it is a type of identifier or keyword. So mainly it is a reference to the current instance of the class. So mainly within the class we create an instance of the objects, right? So that is what it is primarily used within the instance methods to define what exactly we currently used within the class. That is what this keyword. So particularly, for example, I have to say particular this student or that student, right? So I have to refer either the class instance or the method. So that's why I have to differentiate between the class variables and also method variables, right? So that's why particular instance or current instance I have to say, in that time we have to use this keyword. So here you can see a common uses of this keyword, access instance variable. When a local variable or parameter has the same name as an instance variable, this keyword differentiate between what? Two, either method and also class. And also without this, the local variable would shadow the display variable, and also what? Instance variable. And here you can see one simple example, class student, and student have attributes like a name and also what? A constructor is called here same, but I have passed what? Access modifier here, public type. So student pass string name. So in that case, class, inside the class there is a name, that is instance variable of that particular class. But I again declare student as a constructor. Inside that I again use name. In that case, these two are different, not a same. So that's why I have to differentiate between string name and this name. So that's why I have to assign this dot name. So, and also name refers to the parameter. This refers to the instance variable and name refers to the parameter. And again one printing statement, call the one printing statement. Now call the main function. Here I create a student yes. Yes is one object. Call the object.display. So the name alias will be printed. This is how you have to differentiate between this keyword and method. So next we can see array. So array is a collection of homogeneous elements with the same type. So for example, I have to store only the numerics, I can define the only integer type. I have to use char, only char. I have to use a string, only string. Like that, only one character or only one element should be there inside the array. An array is a Java data structure. Mainly it is data structure, means the way of storing the data. Of the same type, the store a fixed size sequentially. Once the array index or array size is declared, no more changes in the memory. So once we declared array size, we can't change the memory. And also it's elements of the same type. So here you can say I only store integer, not a floating here. This is the index starting from the 0, 1, or you can say indices. And also array length is 9 and first index starting from 0, last index is 8. It will end up from a 8. And here you can see how to declare. First we have to declare which data type is either int, float, char, string, and put open and close parenthesis. This is how the array will be declared. And after that your array name, like a student, or you can give any name, that is preferred style. And also a data type array name, this is also valid, but some less cases only this is used. And next we can see how to instantiate and how to initiate the array. So array name, first give array name like a student is equal to new. So int type of 5. So this is fixed inside the memory. Only 5 elements can be inserted in the memory, not more than that, because I have fixed the number of sizes of the array. And after that combine declaration and instantiation, you can see a data type with open and close parenthesis and your array name, new data type, and this size. And how to initialize with the values. So here you can see data type, array name, and values, value 1, value 2. So for the values you can give like a 1, 2, 3. So flower parenthesis, enclose with a flower parenthesis. This is how you have to do. And next we can see types of the arrays. So mainly there are one dimensional and also multi-dimensional. Inside the multi-dimensional we have 2D arrays, jagged array. Like that we have many types of the array. So mainly single dimensional and multi-dimensional. So let's begin with the single dimension. The name itself says a single dimension, not a more than one dimension. That is for single dimension. So here you can see a single dimensional array, a basic array with a single row of elements. Array store a row and column size, right? So in single dimensional only it store with a row wise. And also one dimensional array is like a single row of elements. So here you can see it is a data type, open and close parenthesis is your array name and instance with a what new keyword, and also a size of the array which is a data type. So again go through one example, one dimensional array. So public static void main initialize with 1D array. So here you can see this is one dimensional because I have put only one parenthesis. So this is one dimensional. If I have to declare this is two dimensional or multi-dimensional. So here you can see how to access and print each element. So call the printing statement. After that, because I have to enhance the loop, right? Because it keep on repeating up to numbers.length I plus plus. So after that it will be printed was one dimensional arrays at index 10, index at 20, index at 2, 30, 40, and also lastly 50. This is how the array length and also what array element should be printed. So here you can see multi-dimensional. It is also called two-dimensional and also jagged array. So mainly multi-dimensional is for within the rows and columns we have to print the elements. In that case you can use a 2D array and also multi-dimensional array. So array with more than one dimension such as two-dimensional array. And also especially you can give example like matrices. Matrices is stored in a rows and columns, right? Like that. And also array containing a arrays. Arrays having a arrays, that is called multi-dimensional. And declared using multiple square brackets. A two-dimensional array is like a table, rows and also column. So here you can see when I declared int type open and close parenthesis 2 times, this is belongs to row, this is belongs to column. So that's why. So here you can see I have to put a double parenthesis. Inside that double parenthesis, you can insert the element. After that, each one put a semicolon, and this is second row, this is third row. This is how the arrays will be included inside the multi-dimensional array. So here you can see, after two-dimensional array example, first declare what exactly the matrix. So this is row 1, row 2, row 3, and access how to print. So call the this is one for a row, and this I loop or J loop for the column, because I have to use 2. Why? Because I have to store elements not only one dimension, but here 2 dimension or multi-dimensional. So that's why I have to use 2 loop. The first one contains I, the second one loop is refers to J. That is what? A column elements. Call the system.out.println or print. So print the matrix. After that, it will be printed here. So this is how the elements should be stored inside the multi-dimensional array. You can give. So here you can see the same number of elements, 3 cross 3, right? So inside the two-dimensional array, you can insert like a 1, 2, and also 2, and again 3, 4, 5. But here you can see the rows and column variables or elements, it does not have a same dimension, right? Because for the first row only 2 elements, second row only 1 element, for the third row 3 variables. This is not a same length. So that's why it is considered to be jagged array. So that is also come under what? A multi-dimensional array. So next we can see array of objects. So array of objects is nothing but what? How to insert the objects into the array. So here you can see an array of objects in Java, array where each element is considered to be object, and also an instance of the class. It allows to store multiple objects of the same type. So as I already told, array is a storing of a same data type, right? So we have to insert the elements instead of the objects, right? We have to insert the objects instead of the elements. So here you can see how to declare array and also indices, new class name, and also pass the parameter as objects. So here you can see one example. Book have attributes like a title and author. Call one constructor name which has an access modifier like public, and also book string title. So for that I need a this keyword. Why? Because I have to refer. So the class variables are different and constructor variables are different. So next we have a main function. So to display, and also for the main function, book, books, new books 3. So this is how the title, author will be display the details of the book. And next we can see how to initialize the book objects. For the book 0 means the indices or index element 0. For that I have a alchemist and Paul Cello. And also for the second indices I have stored 1984, that is also string type. Within the double quotes you can insert the numbers. So this is how the book will be printed, books.i.display. This is how the book's authors will be printed as the output. And also next we can see a string. So string is nothing but a series of character enclosed within a double quotes. So that is what object that represent a sequence of characters. String widely used in Java, mainly used for the java.lang. What? A package. So how to create a string. So call the string, create one object and hello world, and using the new keyword how to create, call the string variable and create str.object and new string hello world. So object the heap passing by passing the string pool. This is how you have to declare the string. And also here you can see for the string handling function, if I want to add the string inside another string, or I have to trim the string, for that in that case you have to use the string handling method functions. So mainly Java provides it built-in methods provided by the string class, manipulation and the processing of the string. Manipulation is nothing but how to trim or how to add or how to find the string within already declared string. So that is what. So here you can see some of the, for finding length, this is one of the string handling function, length. So all the methods or all the functions are in small letters itself with a open and close parenthesis. Return the number of characters, the string, call the string, create one object, hello. So it will print it was string.length, the output is 5. Why? Because hello contains a 5 characters. And accessing character, if I want to access the character, again call the char at index value, for example string Java. So at char 2 means this is what? A 0, 1, 2. that is L. For here 0, 1, 2. So the V is printed here. The index value should be printed because I have to access the character at which index I have to access. So for the third one, concatenation, for that use concat. This is the syntax how to declare. So combines two strings. So first you have to declare two string first, string 1 and string 2. After that for a printing, string 1 concat. So put a semicolon. After that output is hello comma world. This is how the two string will be combined. And replacing characters or substring. So replace old character with new character. So here you can see I have already declared Java is fun. For that str.replace fun with what? A powerful. So that's why Java is, instead of Java is fun, it will be printed Java is powerful. And next we can see case conversion to uppercase to lowercase or lowercase to uppercase. So to uppercase and to lowercase, the first two letters should be small letter and the second one, because it is a function, right? When I declared function, it have a two names. I have to declare the first name as a small letter, and from the second letter, the starting letter should start with the capital. And for that, declare one string, call the string to uppercase. It will printed Java as capital letter. For this, all letters are small letter. And trim, I have to cut any one letter. So in that case, call the trim function. It removes hello world in that trim. So output hello world means it will trim the spaces here. So here you can see here you have space, but the output statement is doesn't have any space, right? This is how the trim function will be worked. And also next we can see one example program. So for that, declare one main function and call the str. So declare one str, basic operation like a original str as it is, it will be printed. And for the length, str.length, for trim, str.trim, to uppercase, lowercase, and contains Java. So, and next we can see a replacing and also what? A replace. So here you can see for that all, it will be printed like hello world Java, length is 22, trim, hello Java world, and uppercase, substring contains an index, and also replace Java with Python, hello Python world. This is how the string handling function will be worked. There are many more, so you can refer these are the main. So this is how the string handling function will be worked. Thank you.